Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. To welcome to all participants of this monthly webinar about Mizaj research, and I am Dr. Morteza Mujahidi from Traditional Medicine and History of Medical Science Research Center, Babel University of Medical Science, Babel, Iran. And I would like to tell you about this program. This session we have a presentation of Mizaj research website by my friend Dr. Mizaj Shirzad from Tehran University of Medical Sciences, and then my colleague Dr. Mokaber Nejad will introduce the Mizaj research from Shahid Beheshti University of Medical Sciences, and then I will present the list of title of Mizaj research articles that we gathered, more than 200 articles about Mizaj research, and then inshallah we will discuss about the plan and about the programs in the future and our work in the Mizaj research website and Mizaj research WhatsApp group, inshallah. I invite my dear friend Dr. Shirzad to introduce the website of Mizaj research website. Please start. Dear Dr. Shams, welcome to the session, and I ask you to introduce the future programs before Dr. Shirzad starts.
Thank you, Dr. Mujahid. You have my voice, right?
Yeah, please.
Hi to everyone, especially our Indian friends, the ones we have talked before and the new ones. I'm very happy to be here. In a way, it is a continuation of the meetings we had in the past. We did have some introductory talks, but this new series of meetings are going to be centered around the new website, which is going to be presented by our colleague, Dr. Shirzad. And he will listen to the presentations today, and we can take it from there and talk about the future programs after the presentations, I think.
Before starting the presentation of website, I asked my dear teacher and my dear friend, Dr. Zagaran, that joined to us. Please start the session by your explanation about the importance of Mizaj research and management of correct Mizaj research around the world about this school.
Dear Morteza, thank you for your very nice attempt to design, create this opportunity for us to talk about Mizaj as one of the important tools for developing traditional medicine approach to treatment and to diagnosis and everything related to them. Thank you, Morteza, and also I have thanks to all of the participants in very good. Hello to everyone, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry because I can only be in your meeting for some minutes, and I have I have to go another where, and I apologize because of leaving the meeting after my words, but only because of the importance of this very good work and this very good teamwork among Indian and Persian participants and researchers. I am glad to be with you in this meeting. The importance of this work, I think there is no doubt that it is one of the most important requirements for developing traditional medicine systems that we call Unani India and Persian medicine in Iran, that there are too many similarities between these two traditional systems of medicines, and both of them are based on differences of Mizaj between people. It is too important that we can find a very good and valuable and reputable questionnaire or system to evaluate the Mizaj of patients or other persons that we visit them as physicians. Therefore, we should go find a standard protocol to find a way to evaluate all Mizaj of persons without no differences between diagnosis different physicians. Nowadays, we have a very big challenge about diagnosis based on Mizaj, because each physician may find different Mizaj of the patients according to his mentality and his approach to this important thing. Therefore, if you and we as in this field can find a way to a standardized Mizaj questionnaire and Mizaj tools to find a reputable and standardized method to evaluate the Mizaj of patients and other people, I think it is a very good revolution in modernization of Unani and Persian medicine. Therefore, I congratulate to all of you that find all together, and thanks to Morteza to gather you in a very good teamwork to talk about it, to discuss about it, and to find a good way and good method to do this. I thank all of you, and I hope we can do it together with the best way and find it useful for both Persian and Unani medicine. If there is any question, I'm in touch. And after some minutes, I had to leave the meeting. I apologize, but I hope to join you in upcoming meetings.
Thank you very much, dear Dr. Zagaran. In the future, we will be more at your service, and we will use from your explanation and your help about the management of the surveys about the Mizaj diagnosis and Mizaj relation between biological paraclinic and clinic and disease and other things. We will use your help and your recommendation, inshallah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and goodbye, all friends.
Goodbye. Have a good time, dear Dr. Zagaran. My dear friends, Dr. Shirzad are ready to present the Mizaj Research website, please. Dr. Shirzad, please. I think Dr. Shizad doesn't have good nets, maybe. Please, Dr. Shizad, start the presentation. If it isn't possible, my dear friends, may Sam please present the website. Dr. Shizad, we have your movie and we don't have your voice. Please start and
Yes.
disconnect. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mujahidi. Thank you, Dr. Arman. I'm really pleased to take part in this meeting. Let's start introducing the website we are developing about Mizaj research. I'm going to share my screen. I'm not sure if it's visible for you right now.
Yeah, it is visible, please.
Okay. About the website we are developing, let's say this has been a very short time to develop the website. We should work on it more, but as a preliminary work, I'm going to introduce this website, and we are ready to take your recommendation and suggestions about this website. This is the domain we are going to develop and introduce is mizajresearch.com, and after a while you can browse this website via this domain, mizajresearch.com, but what is visible here is the Persian address IR domain, but after a while you can visit the site via mizajresearch.com. About the header, the important content of the website are introduced in the top of the page, which are different headers I'm going to introduce for you. After that, we have the slider, the hot topics, and the most important points we are going to introduce for audiences are mentioned in this slider. Also in this part, if you have any suggestions about the important points, you can introduce. The main content we are that is important for us to introduce about different parts of the contents related to Mizaj and temperament. An important introduction to Mizaj and the School of Persian Medicine at the first part is introduced in this part. If you want to see the whole part, we are going to introduce Persian medicine or Unani medicine, which are, very close to each other, and what we are developing and what we are introducing about this school contains both parts, Persian medicine and Unani medicine. And as you know, the main contents are the same, and what we are developing and expressing is related to both schools, Persian and Unani medicine. And a short explanation for temperament and Mizaj is mentioned here, and then about the school of Persian medicine or Unani medicine, and a short history about what we have done to introduce Persian medicine to WHO, and the role of WHO in different parts of traditional medicines, especially Persian medicine and Unani medicine is mentioned here, and a short history about what we have done in Iran to introduce it, and a short part about the history of Persian medicine, and also a short introduction about establishing faculties of Persian medicine in Iran, and the number of it, and the different levels of faculties in the whole health system of Iran is mentioned here, and also a short introduction about the fundamentals of Persian medicine or Unani medicine, about elements, temperaments, humors, and so on are mentioned, and also a short introduction about important parts of prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of disease, and the strategies of treatment in Persian medicine is mentioned in this part. This part is a short introduction to Persian medicine or Unani medicine. We can add some parts. If you have any suggestions, please help us. The next part is about the articles, scientific articles about Mizaj, specifically about the Mizaj and temperaments. In this part, we uploaded some full text of articles. We have many articles and research projects that have published full text articles in different scientific journals. We are going to upload as much as full text we can provide, and your help in any country you are, your help is really hopeful for us to use your full text, and please send us any full text you have about Mizaj, any research about Mizaj and temperament. In this part, there is a search option. You can search any word, for example, Mizaj. Along with you, type your keyword. Related articles are shown here. You can click, and the article will be shown. If we have the full text, if the full text is available, you can find it here. You can find the PDF here. That's why we try to provide any PDF, as much as PDFs we can, because this part is being a source of all temperament and Mizaj researches we can provide according to related subjects to Mizaj. There are some review articles and some also clinical articles we can provide and upload in this part. Also, yes, these are a few articles. We are going to add as much articles as possible to this part. The next part is about the theses. You know, there is a PhD course in Iran about Persian medicine and a PhD course about traditional pharmacy, and also a newly established course about history of medicine. These three PhD courses have many theses, and these theses are completely related to Persian medicine. Many of them are related to Mizaj and temperament. We have provided Persian theses. Indian colleagues can help us to add English theses to this database. This database can be very helpful for us to help any person, any scholar who is going to work on temperament, and this could be a very good database about Mizaj researchers. In the next part, we are providing all scholars are working on Mizaj researches. We hope to find CVs of all colleagues who are interested in working on Mizaj researches. Please send us your CVs and your pictures to add to this database. You can connect to any scholar via Facebook or Twitter, or you can email to any scholar and colleagues, and we can have a network of colleagues who are interested in working on Mizaj researches. And the next part is a short introduction about the project, Mizaj research project, and the introduction about what Dr. Morteza is working on, and the project he has establishing, and this system he is managing, the goals and plans of the system, and eventually a link about to find any way to have recommendations and suggestions from any people whose favorite is temperament research. Our colleague can write his name and email address and add his data to this part, and can send any recommendation and suggestion about this project. And also our colleague can add any file or any attachment to his comment and can send to us. This is an overview about this website. Of course, we should add many parts to it. We should add many data to this website. Please send us any information, any data, any full text theses, or any recommendation you have about this website. Thank you in advance, and I hope you can help us in this field. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear Dr. Shirzad, about your good presentation of Mizaj Research website. I hope due to this website, all colleagues from around the world could help to each other to arrange good and perfect research about the Mizaj in Unani or Persian medicine, and help to each other to evaluate the level of the studies. I would like to point out that temperament or Mizaj studies don't have the necessary coherence at present, and if careful management of future studies isn't done, we will face a crisis of scientific documentation of the fundamental concept of Mizaj or Unani or Persian medicine, of course. Inshallah, in the future, in each session, we will introduce one of the scientific centers active in the field of temperament or Mizaj studies. We will, and just today, I ask my dear colleague, Dr. Mokabber Nejad, to present a short presentation about the Shahid Benishti University activity about the Mizaj research. Please, Dr. Mokabber Nejad.
Hello, I want to share my presentation. Is it shared?
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello to everyone. I am Dr. Mokabber Nejad from Shahid Beheshti University in Tehran. It's a pleasure to be here. I will present a very brief report about researches of Mizaj in Shahid Beheshti University. Due to importance of diagnosing Mizaj, there were multiple researches about this topic in Shahid Beheshti University. This valuable research is about the stomach, liver, brain, and uterus. About the stomach, we designed two researches about the wet and dry, cold and hot distemperament. And about the liver, we assay wet and dry, cold and hot distemperament. For about 5 years, more than 20 physicians and experts from all universities in several cities of Iran had several meetings for diagnosing of signs and symptoms of Mizaj and finalizing of minor and major criteria. We discussed hours and hours about the symptoms and signs of Mizaj. Also, we design about the uterus, two researches, and about the brain. After discussing and about the signs and symptoms, we designed patient visiting sessions. In those sessions, experts visited the patients for determinations scales of Mizaj. In photos, we visited the patients and discussed about these patients. And these photos, this picture is Dr. Morteza Mojahedi and me and the head of patients. We visited the patients and wrote the all things about the signs and symptoms about the patients. Also, we gathering all things about the patients, like weight, height, and anything. At the end, several forms were created, and we have ever taken serious and difficulties steps to determinations of Mizaj indices and its tools. Some work has been done, but much remains to be done. And this photo is at the end of several boring days for visiting the patients. Thanks, Dr. Mojahedi.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mukabernejad, for your short and good presentation. We start a big project about the standardization of Mizaj diagnosis indices in Shahid Beheshti University of Medical Sciences in Tehran. As in the bubble, we are doing a big project about development and validity and reliability assessment of Mizaj diagnosis questionnaires. Inshallah, we will publish their articles and send to all our colleagues in the India and other countries to use of them. And we are ready to, by the help and to cooperation with each interested colleague to translate this questionnaire to the English language or Urdu language to use in the other countries. And our teachers, methodologists teachers and other specialists for standardization scales in the some of universities in Iran are ready to help us to planning, designing, and offer the good research about the developing standard scales for diagnosis in Persian or Yunnan medicine. In this time, I will present the list of the articles, Mizaj articles, which we gathered it. We start to gathering a list of Mizaj presentation articles, and here we have them. Here I will introduce the list to you, and I would like to ask each colleague from all countries to send us their articles with that we couldn't gather it, and don't access to them. This list is initially prepared from all studies conducted on the subject of Mizaj, with the link to most articles available on the Mizaj research website in the future, in the next future, not now. And I asked my colleague to each who have article other than list on the subject of Mizaj research, please send them to us due to website group or due to WhatsApp group and due to link of website. As you see here, we have a lot of articles about the Mizaj, concept of Mizaj from India, from Iran, from South Africa, and other countries. But unfortunately, most of them is just review articles from the books and not more. Actually, it's a translation from the Arabic or Persian books to English article without any work on them. A little of articles are about the correlation assessment between Mizaj and biological paraclinic or disease. Unfortunately, because most of these articles didn't have a standard method for diagnosis of the Mizaj of participants, we don't have good result about them, and I'm afraid of the bad situation about our documents in the future. And I emphasize that we need a standard method for diagnosis of Mizaj for our research in the future. A little of the articles about the Mizaj standardization method and questionnaire, as we publish some of them in the available journals. For example, development of Mizaj total body Mizaj questionnaire. We have 2 or 3 standard questionnaire that we publish its article, and we will put them in the website, and we will upload this list after correction in the next future, for maybe 2 or more days in the future, in the website, and you can download it and use for your studies, and we will try to introduce good access to the full text of these articles. And inshallah, in the future, in the next sessions, we will discuss about the next plans for the management, for good management of research about the Mizaj in the all countries, especially in Iran and India and Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and we to cooperation with each other, we will design high level and scientific method for Mizaj research in our universities and in our college and in our faculties, and by the help of each other, I think we could document the concept of Mizaj in the world, and as a basic fundamentals of Persian or Unani medicine in the future. Thank you for your good attention. As soon as possible, I will send this list to the Mizaj Research WhatsApp group, and so in the website we will upload it. Thank you for good attention. In this time, I would like to ask the participants to tell their opinions about the website, about this project, about this plan, and about the programs and schedule in the future. Dear Dr. Daneshvar, please you.
Hello, everybody. Dear Dr. Mojadi, thank you very much for your invitation. Is my voice okay for you?
Okay, we have your nice picture, movie and voice.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mojadi. I'm so happy to join this meeting, and thank you again for your invitation and making this opportunity for all of us. I also would like to congratulate you, Dr. Mojadi, and dear colleagues and dear professor, Dr. Shirzad, Dr. Mokaber Nejad, all of the colleagues and professors that join you in this very important project. As you said, this is, I think, a common concern between all of us, all of the scholars and researchers in the field of Persian medicine, Unani medicine, complementary medicine, and so on, to provide a very useful and, of course, scientific and valid diagnostic tools for such a fundamental concept in our traditional medicine, which is temperament. And as you mentioned and emphasized several times, this is a real challenge that we have to face it and we have to fix it, of course. And we need to help each other and just to do a very good teamwork, international teamwork, of course, to fix this problem. And I would like to congratulate you for your big effort. And I just very happy just to be a very small member of this team, just to do my best for upcoming events and upcoming projects in this regard. And I think it would be a very good starting point to gather all of the documents, all of the published paper, and what we have done. I think it will be a good starting point just to know where we are standing, what has done till now on this topic, and very good to reviewing the paper, reviewing the projects that have done till now. And I just a small suggestion, as you were presenting the website and the list of the papers, I just was thinking that, as you mentioned, there are several types of papers working on the Mizaj concept. Some of them are focusing on the biomedical and cytokines and some sort of things that could be categorized in separate group. Some of them are just review articles that introducing the concept of Mizaj by translating the or reference books, and some other types that are just going forward and just to provide some diagnostic tools and examining the Mizaj of the person, of the patients, or even a normal population. So I have this suggestion just to for the beginning. I think it could be helping to categorize these papers and all of the projects to some categories and subgroups to somehow introduce different fields and different types of the papers and different types of the projects that have done till now, and just to some sort of management, helping the management of these projects, and just to think more about what we have done and what we will need to do in future. It's just a suggestion that we can think about it. And thank you again. I'm very happy to be a part of this team, and just waiting to hear the opinions of the other participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Babak. I hope we use your help and your good opinion in the future about this international cooperation, inshallah.
Thank you very much.
My dear brother, Dr. Zaidi from Bhopal, please. We are ready to hear your opinions.
Assalamu alaikum. Am I audible to all of you, Dr. Murtaza?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity to speak before this August, gathering. And first of all, I would like to tell you that I'm very much happy and thrilled to see the efforts you are going to take, because this is the concept of Mizaj is a very fundamental concept of Unani, or you can say Persian medicine. And it needs a lot of scientific work to be done, because we all talk about the Mizaj, and like as you mentioned in your speech, that we all talk about the theoretical aspects of Mizaj. But when we are going to convince the scientific community, we need a certain standardized parameters, and so that we can convince them, so that we can use those tools, and we can tell the scientific community that we are diagnosing the diseases this way. So I congratulate you that you have taken this initiative, a very highly needed initiative. And with this effort, I think it will be a good platform for all the persons who are working with the current field or Unani or Persian medicine, and they'll have a good repository of the articles or the projects or the scientific informations available on a single website. So it will be a good way and it will be a very much helpful for everyone, all the researchers across the globe. So I wish you all the best, and I hope that these efforts will prove, very much beneficial for all the researchers, and everyone will take, active part and, just sending their articles and just further reinforcing this idea. And I think, as I could see among the list, I was seeing that many people from India and Iran, and Sri Lanka also, they have joined this meeting. Dr. Shifa, who's head of the department of the Unani section from the University of Colombo, he was there in the meeting. From Jamia Hamdard, I can see Dr. Khurshid Ahmad Ansari Sahab and some other people. So I think this will be a kind of collective effort, and I have hope and I wish all the very best for this initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear Dr. Zaidi. Does anyone have any opinion about the project? We will ready to hear from him.
Dr. Murtaza, shall I comment a few words?
Okay, please.
Okay, I'm Dr. Shifa from Sri Lanka. I'm present head of the Unani section. And actually, I want to congratulate you. This is a very good initiation. And, already you mentioned that we have literature in Mizaj, but not that is a kind of literature, kind of like translation, those things. Literary review only most of the time. And we need to have more than that. That is research-oriented literature in Mizaj, especially, because that is fundamental. Of course, everyone talked about that. So without that fundamental Mizaj, we can't move. That is very important. So therefore, I have to congratulate, and I can assure you that we also can join with you for this August work. And I want to say that in Sri Lanka, we have institute of teaching Unani medicine, Bachelor of Unani medicine, and we are teaching in Sri Lanka. So we have a department of Kulliya that mainly working on these fundamentals of Unani. So I try to have kind of a correlation, that relation with Iran and other. Already we have some kind of a correspondence with Indian universities. So we'll try to have this kind of correspondence with your organization also. So once again, I congratulate you and thank you very much for this opportunity.
You're welcome, Dr. Shifa. Inshallah, with your help and other researchers from other centers, we will have a good planning and designing for Mizaj research, exactly about standardization of the indices of Mizaj diagnosis. And in the traditional medicine and history of medical sciences research center of Babur University and other research centers in Iran, we are ready to support the project of Mizaj research by the counseling of specialists in methodologies, specialists to support the method and the analysis of data and other things, inshallah. And then we will publish the result from our colleagues and arrange good path to the future, inshallah. Does have anyone have opinion? We have 7 minutes time to the end of session.
Hello, I am Professor Vahamia. I am also from University of Colombo from Sri Lanka. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. So already Professor Shifa, whatever the things he has said, we also I also to said I want to congratulate you for initiating this such type of work. It's a need of our these days because our fundamental is based on Mizaj only. So I congratulate again, and I wish you all to give successful finished.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Dr. Fahima. And Dr. Zaidi, if you like to invite any colleagues from India and other countries, please invite him or her to we hear his or her opinion. Unfortunately, I don't inform to most of the participants or colleagues participating in this session.
I think we have Dr. Khurshid Ahmad Saab from Hamdard University. If you have, I think he can tell us and he can express his views. Please.
Dear Dr. Khurshid, Assalamu alaikum, please.
Walaikum Assalam, Dr. Murtaza and other colleagues from Iran and India. But unfortunately, we are not in position to say anything or few things on temperament. But I only can congratulate that if any kind of research is taking place in Iran or in the Persian literature, as you have pointed out that some of the speakers from your side try to present. So I have got some doubts regarding, like Roshan, whatever the name could be, I could not pronunciate it properly. She told that the temperament of the uterus and temperament of some other organ, what she pointed out, as per the literature available here in India or the Persian text, it does not match with the literature or the reference available. So we have to really work hard to find out a standardized assessment criteria for the temperament. But anyway, it is a great going, and it's a good beginning from Iranian friends, where we can sit together, discuss together, and reach to a point where we can find really a standardized protocol or the parameters for assessment of the temperament, because understanding temperament is inevitable or mandatory for us to have to go further for clinical diagnosis as well as treatment of any sort of disease, either it is COVID-19 or any disease. Thank you very much. Once again, I congratulate you all for this initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear Dr. Khurshid. Exactly, you're right. But I think it is important that we could publish or standard scales for the use of other researchers. If we do a lot of research about the standardization, the indices of diagnosis of in United medicine, and we couldn't publish it in the valid journals. We couldn't present our research, and we couldn't have we couldn't arrange good method and document for our fundamentals of Unani medicine. Dr. Daneshvar, please explain former colleagues about his opinion.
Excuse me, Dr. Mojadi, I didn't get your question. What should I have explained?
Dr. Khurshid says we have a lot of projects in standardization about cooperation with Sri Lankan colleague, and I tell that we need to publish our results to could discuss about it and limitations and poverty and other things, and could use for their next project from the results of scales.
Okay. As you said, to the best of my knowledge, unfortunately till now, most of our researches on the concept of temperament, again, as you mentioned, has not been published in the high-level journals with high impact factors and within really international audiences, except some very small portion of these papers. So, as you said, we need to first improve our research methodologies and the kind of diagnostic tools that we are using. As you yourself, I know that, and many of the colleagues, of course, that you use this topic for your PhD thesis, and still you are working on this, and just to improve the level of its validity, its sensitivity, this diagnostic tool for the Mizaj questionnaire, as we know. And this is our need, and this is our current challenge in this topic, and this fundamental and basic concept of the Persian or Unani medicine. And as you mentioned, we have to do much more researches in different aspects of this basic concept and to share our experiences. I don't know, Professor Khurshid, other colleagues from other countries. Of course, we need to learn from them, and we need to know about their experiences. And if they have, of course, any published paper, and do in common researches in different basic and, of course, clinical experimental aspects of the temperament and its related researches. And that's why I think this initiative has been started, and this collection of data has been provided in your website, and is of course going to be more and more completed by the help of the colleagues, and to share our data or experiences or papers, and just to design a higher level of research projects, and just to go on this path to provide much more valid evidences, and just to provide a reliable diagnostic tool to use, and of course to introduce temperament to the mainstream medicine, and just to some sort of integration, I think, should be done if we do our work correctly and precisely. Such sort of translation, I think, should be done between these traditional and basic concepts of the Persian medicine to the mainstream medicine. To do some sort of translation has been done. Some sort of this effort has been done, to the best of my knowledge, such as introducing the concept of syndrome differentiation, as you know. And we have to do some sort of researches to find this connection between the traditional concepts and the mainstream medicine, I think. And as an ending point of our activities, as you mentioned, we have to do this correctly and precisely. And one sign could be publishing high level papers, I think.
Thank you very much, dear Dr. Babak, and I would like to thank everyone for your good attention and participation in this meeting as the first webinar about the Mizaj research. Our time is up, and inshallah we will in touch in WhatsApp group with each other, and gradually we will be a special team for Mizaj research in the all countries that work on Persian or Yunani medicine, and inshallah, as my dear colleagues mentioned, we will arrange and design exact and more level, high level research about the concept of Mizaj, inshallah, in the future. Thank you very much, and have a good time, and goodbye.